Welcome everybody to the third episode of Curveballs and Chair Shots. This thing's still going on. We got ourselves a little schedule going. We're going every Saturday. It looks like every Saturday morning. Put it up Saturday afternoon. So thank you everyone for listening or watching. However you intake this beautiful audio, visuals, hot takes. This is my lovely co-host Dominic.
They know me by now, hopefully.
My name's Brandon,
They don't know you.
and no one knows me.
No one
So let's
cares.
get on to the news, the wrestling news. And first off, we're going to talk about this Vice Sports article on the Warrior, which I have been not talking about this specific article, but I've been talking about how all the awful things that the Warrior has been talking about Katrina victims and Martin Luther King and
And before we get into it, let's calm down. Be level-headed.
I,
Just don't.
I will be professional. I will
Thank you.
be professional. I
All right.
will keep a straight face with
I'm
this because
I'm hoping.
I mean you didn't know about this
I
until
did
about
not.
10 minutes ago, so I had to just
Well, I
show
mean,
you.
you told me about it before, but I didn't realize he made me read it, and I was just like blown away by the comments he made. I really that's some hardcore shit he said, man.
Exactly. So I don't understand why they are. So obviously, go out and read the article. It's just kind of a compilation of what the Warrior has said over the years, kind of like in the mid 2000s era when he apparently was some sort of political figure. And he was talking about Hurricane Katrina victims, about how we shouldn't even really worry about them because they didn't care about their houses to begin with. They're all dirty and unorganized. So now that a hurricane destroyed it, it makes it better.
Yeah.
Just terrible stuff like that. So they have the Unleash Your Warrior campaign WWE's doing, and all these different baby faces really are wearing his T-shirt, and even heels are wearing the T-shirt, which I don't think heels should be celebrating breast cancer
But,
awareness.
I mean,
Which that's another topic for another day.
here we go.
And I don't really I haven't seen a response from WWE about them kind of backing off this campaign, which they should, even though it's the end of October. So hopefully next October they don't do this again.
They probably will. I mean,
I mean the
that's
man.
just how they are. They're gonna keep they keep going and going until it's no one cares anymore.
I mean the man's been dead for how many years now, and now they're doing this.
Didn't he just die
Unleash.
last year or 2 years ago?
He died 3 years ago, Dominic, after WrestleMania 30.
That's 3 years ago. Oh, damn.
Come on, Dominic. Know your history.
Uh,
So how do you feel about them doing the Unleash Your Warrior
you want my thoughts?
t-shirts? Yes.
You want my thoughts?
Thoughts.
Um, no, like I said, at first I was kind of like, oh, I understand why why they're doing it, because it's not like it's because I think a lot of it's his wife, right? It's not him, it's the wife.
Yeah, but she's out there parading the warrior, but technically his picture, his
It's
mask
him.
is on
Yeah.
the T-shirt. So when you see the T-shirt, you think of him. Even though I don't know the wife personally. She seems like a great person,
I
and
mean,
she did say in the article that once he had kids, apparently he had a change of heart and he didn't like have those same views or anything. But that doesn't take away what he said,
but I mean, if you look back at like, didn't Hulk Hogan do some shit back in the day? And
which is what they talk about in the interview or in the article.
there we
Like
go.
Hulk Hogan says one or two things, and he's just completely banished from WWE history. Not, I mean, not history, but they don't bring him back. They don't
Yeah,
talk about him. They're not giving him the Chris Benoit treatment or anything like that.
but
But
he's
they celebrate Ultimate Warrior like he's this grand hero. When
he
he,
said some more fucked up things than Hogan. Shit.
yeah, I know. I mean, I don't want to get into the Hogan stuff or what he said, but it's
Coming
it's
from
sort of a different thing because Hulk Hogan
yeah.
was kind of down in the dumps, and I don't know if he really means what he said, if he was just kind of saying it to impress the people around him. But
Yeah. So
another topic for another day. So we'll go on
yeah.
to more lighthearted news, and we'll talk about Nia Jax walking out, and apparently she will be coming back November 1st. Rumors were that The Rock told her to walk out because she wasn't happy with her spot on the card, which I don't really believe that.
I mean, it's one thing if she was unhappy, but going to The Rock and having The Rock say, what should I do? And he says, walk out. You're not on The Rock's level. You are not. I mean, for female division, maybe you're close to something to it, but you're not on The Rock's level. So having you walk out, through your little bitch fit because you didn't like the spot, or you weren't getting something, you weren't getting treated right. I don't think it's a smart idea, honestly. But I am happy for her to come back, and
Well,
start kicking some
well,
ass.
the original reports is that it was for personal reasons, and then there's other reports saying that she wasn't happy with their spot. And Alexa Bliss apparently said, like, no, it was for personal reasons. She had to take care of some stuff, and she's going to come back. Which Alexa Bliss is her best friend, so that's and her buddy
Yeah,
on the road, so that's probably the best source if she
yeah.
does make a public comment about that.
I
Which
mean,
haven't seen anything about Nia Jax talking about what's happened, if any family, if it's like Kevin Owens, where maybe a family member's sick or whatever, and she had to go there and just kind of be with them.
I mean, I would like to know the real reason, if it was actually family related or if it was more of,
If
you
it,
know, how they're just screwing her fucking storylines up all the time. But I want to know. I feel
I mean,
like
they've been building this Alexa Bliss Nia Jax storyline forever, and I don't know if they're building up to a WrestleMania match, but
but
it
then they're,
seems
they're
like
gonna
they
be
will.
best friends again, and then it's gonna make no point. And
But one
yeah,
WrestleMania match that will be on there will be involving Ronda Rousey. See, you like that transition?
I,
I'm starting to.
yeah,
I know what I'm doing here.
good
So
job. Even we just fucked it up by
apparently Ronda
yeah.
Rousey is training at the Performance Center. She was being trained by the Brian Kendrick, who everyone knows trained Eva Marie, and we saw how that worked out. But Eva Marie is not no Ronda Rousey, where she has the base of judo and mixed martial arts, where she can do athletic stuff.
But Eva Marie was hot.
Oh, but Ronda Rousey is an attractive woman, Dominic.
I mean, don't get me wrong, she's hot, but
Dominic,
I
let's
mean,
try.
like
We need to keep this
Eva.
professional. We need to keep this professional, Dominic.
Okay, sorry, sorry.
So Ronda Rousey training at the Performance Center. Thoughts?
I'm very excited to see this stuff, how this is gonna pan out. But it makes me think how it. So if she does debut, is it gonna go straight? Is it gonna be NXT? Is it gonna be main roster?
You think they're gonna put Ronda Rousey in NXT?
But that's my point.
She can have dummy matches at the Performance Center, but when Ronda Rousey comes
mm,
and wrestles her first match, it's gonna be on WWE TV, probably WrestleMania, because it's a month away. We're a month away from Survivor Series. They haven't really teased the four horsewoman match, and they've already said they're gonna have the women's 5-on-5 match, and the four horsewomen basically take up like the entire teams on both
true,
sides
true.
because the women's division, especially on SmackDown, is just so light. Where and Becky Lynch is the captain on Team
But
SmackDown, which we will get to that.
I just realized, isn't the four horse for the WWE four horsewomen? Isn't it? Wait, who? It's Sasha, Bailey, Becky, and Charlotte, right?
Hmm.
So you have two and two, what, two on Raw, two on SmackDown. So how's that gonna pan out?
I don't know, but will Ronda Rousey debut match be at WrestleMania? And will it be a tag team match or will it be a singles match with Charlotte, as the internet speculates?
I say it's gonna be a tag match. I don't.
Because
I mean,
they
unless for some magical reason she's some fucking breakout star, and like she's like putting matches together and stuff like that.
I mean,
Um,
they do love to get everyone on the card.
yeah, but I don't think she could hold her own against Charlotte. I think Charlotte would have to carry the whole match, and
Well, obviously Ronda Rousey's been wrestling for at that point it'd be 6 months.
yeah, but it all depends on how she gets the idea of wrestling, how to put the match together, how to call spots and sell and all that kind of stuff. I think if you put him in a 4-on-4 match, maybe a 4-on-4 elimination match, maybe, and she can have everyone else help her through it, I think that would be the better match.
Okay. I mean, I want to see Ronda Rousey. I would love to see her fight in UFC again, but after taking two straight bad losses, I don't think that's gonna happen. And she's a happily married woman now. Shout out
Yeah.
Travis Brown.
Eh.
So, in some more lighthearted news, Jeff Jarrett
How's that lighthearted?
gets fired, gets
Huh.
released, whatever you want to call it. And he checks himself into rehab for alcoholism,
Possibly WWE sponsored. Possibly.
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 I mean, they do like to help out their own. How many times they sent X Pac and Scott Hall and Jake Roberts to rehab?
Too many.
Maybe you gotta send Jeff Jarrett to DDP. Shout out DDP.
Okay, so if it is a WWE sponsored rehab, you think it opens the door for Jarrett return?
But I mean, Kurt Angle's there. Do you really? I mean, I don't know exactly if they still have heat or anything, but do you want? Is it really worth? Jeff Jarrett is not gonna pop a rating if he comes
True.
back on WWE TV.
True.
He's Jeff Jarrett. He was a mid Carter
Yeah.
until he went to TNA with his own company and made himself a star.
Yeah. King of the Mountain.
Yeah, JEFFJARRETT.
Okay, that
Boom.
was a mouthful.
So another person that was big in the '90s and early 2000s was Triple H, and
No shit, really?
I know, and he will be returning to the ring. He wrestled in Chile last week to fill in for Kevin Owens, who had to step away for family reasons. And so he will be stepping in, well, not stepping in, but he will be wrestling on the British UK tour in November, I believe. And he will be wrestling in Scotland, England, and Wales. 5 nights for Triple H. Is this a way to get tuned up for the WrestleMania season?
I hope so.
Or just a way to kind of put some extra star power on the
Well,
roster?
I mean,
Because I mean, you can't just you
you
can't
can't throw some mid card nobody jobber for Kevin Owens. You can't. You have to have some person that can draw ratings
and
and
it kind of
attendance.
shows how big of a deal they think Kevin Owens is with
Hmm.
replacing Triple H with Kevin Owens.
Yeah, that's true.
Even though by that point it's 2 days before the show, pretty much all the tickets are bought by that point. But I think having Triple H is probably an improvement, especially in Chile. I don't know how many times Triple H has ever wrestled in Chile.
Chile.
Chile, and I don't know how many times they probably go there once a year or anything like that.
Something
So
like that.
it's a big deal when they come to town. So
Yeah.
I mean, he's just coming back. It doesn't really seem like it's anything special, but I don't think you want him to be like the Undertaker, where he wrestles once a year. He needs to get the ring rust off a little bit,
Yeah, but
because maybe he's gonna wrestle Kurt Angle at WrestleMania.
oh god. Now I don't want to speculate anything right now. That's
I
another.
mean, once Survivor Series is over, the build to the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania is on.
I know, but let's next episode we'll speculate and all that, or maybe after Survivor Series we can start speculating Rumble predictions and
Because when you
all
get
that kind of stuff.
the Survivor Series, you get the I was almost said inter team matches. You kind of can build some stuff up for the Royal Rumble,
Yeah,
and maybe you can build some stuff up towards WrestleMania for that.
I know, but let's calm down.
So Ric Flair's 30 for 30 had a viewing party in New York over this week,
I cannot wait to see
and
this.
Undertaker made this, I don't know if surprise appearance, but Undertaker was
Yeah,
there,
he was there.
and they took a picture with Ric Flair, Undertaker out of character. Don't know if this means Undertaker's officially done. He doesn't care about kayfabe or anything like that, because Taker usually doesn't make any public appearances. I mean,
Oh
he
yeah.
makes some public appearances, but it's like few and far between. And
So I was gonna say, I remember sometime ago I saw a YouTube video. It was him doing some like
when he
Make a
talked,
Wish or something like that with some girl, and
that's different. I mean, he did. I know he kind of talked to the University of Texas football team a little bit, but I'm excited to see the Ric Flair documentary.
hmm
Don't really know exactly what they're going to talk about. I know I listened to a Tony Schiavone interview, and he talked about how they kept asking him about Ric Flair's dick for some reason, and they kept talking. And you think I'm joking?
I know you're not
I'm being
joking.
dead serious right now. And apparently, like they kept asking him, and they like asked Ric Flair dick questions to other people, and they talked about it because I don't know if you've known this side of the internet and Ric Flair, but apparently Ric Flair be packing, and he was not afraid to show Space Mountain.
That okay.
Oldest ride,
Disney, if
longest
you're watching this, don't ban us or anything.
oldest ride, longest line. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Have
Jesus.
you ever heard that?
No, I have
You've
not.
never heard Space Mountain?
I've
Jeez.
never heard Space
Dominic,
Mountain. I mean, I heard of Space Mountain, but
Dominic, you're not that Space Mountain. You need to get out more. You need to get on the dirty side of the wrestling.
well, no. I mean, I knew people said his penis. Is it better to say penis or dick?
It doesn't. I've already talked. I'm
Cock,
talking about a 60-something-year-old man's dick
penis,
right now.
genitalia.
Uh
No,
huh.
okay.
I mean,
But yeah, I've heard that it's something to be, you know.
something to be seen.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
but 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 no, I never. I didn't know they would really care that much about it.
I mean, I obviously don't think they're gonna put Ric Flair penis conversation in the documentary. I think it's just something for them to have fun with, and maybe
Yeah.
just around the office have their own little documentary about Ric Flair's Space Mountain.
20-minute documentary about trying to get dick questions answered.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure this 30 for 30 has probably been in the can for at least a couple months now. So
Probably.
I'm excited to watch it. I
I'm.
think it's coming out mid-November at this point.
I really can't wait to see it.
I don't know if I assumed it was done when he had his health scare. I don't know if they would have been. I don't know if they would have capitalized on
Yeah.
the news and released that early after he died. But good thing Ric Flair will be there to see it.
What's the next wrestler? Roman Reigns to get 30 by 30? Yeah.
Well, if you listen to the Bulletcast, we had a topic about 30 for 30 questions of who a documentary should be. What, you
Oh,
don't like the Bulletcast? It is a
no.
famous, it's a great place to work. Even though I ain't getting paid shit. But anyways, I said Bruiser Brody or Magnum TA, and I feel like Philip or Mitchell didn't even know who I was talking about. Especially Magnum TA. That's a story right there. Do you know who Magnum TA is, Dominic?
I've heard of him. I just never got into him.
These damn millennials.
I'm talking.
These damn
I'm not
millennials.
gonna
They
get
don't know
into
anything.
my.
They don't know anything about wrestling history.
I don't. I have
They
a.
think John Cena is the start of wrestling history.
Hell yeah. No.
Okay, so there was a pay per view last weekend, a little dated at this point, but
Yeah.
TLC happened.
It's kind of.
That we talked.